Alright, looks like I should be back live. I do apologize, guys. It looks like it disconnected. But now it's reconnected. But back to what I was saying, APEX, same thing. Like it's I was holding, nothing happened. I just took a loss. Alright. TRNX. Oh yeah, this was a bounce short. And the crazy thing about it too, like the next day, that's when it collapsed. So TRNX. Oh yeah. TRNX. I want to say, yeah, it was on this day. And again, same thing with bounce short. Volume, I knew it couldn't sustain, so I just shorted it. Real simple, real easy. So out of all my strategies, I think I like bounce short the most. ASTC, that was a good short. ASTC, and I actually was gonna short. What was it today? No, that wasn't it. It was on, I want to say the 14th, right? Yeah, the 14th, because I posted on the 15th. Yeah, on the 14th. And with this, wanted to be patient, which I was. Let me. Yeah, with this, short in the afternoon. Typically, I find like shorting in the afternoon on big runners tend to work a little bit better. I waited till this had a crack right here. It was just real simple. Crack VWAP. And I exited my trade roughly around 177. Simple. Because a lot of time with these runners, in order for them to sustain like a secondary move, it needs more buyers. So not a lot of buyers are coming in the late afternoon because a lot of buyers tend to sell because these stocks tend to do offerings. So the offerings scare the buyers. They're like, let me take profit. Hence, causes the stock to go down. So I like it because now I'm able to just be patient, watch the runners. If I miss it in the morning, catch it on the back end while I short. That was a good short. This is bitter, sweet. So my account did get restricted, guys. The month of November because of pattern day trader rule, and it was because of this trade here. My plan was to go swing it overnight, right? I was planning to swing it overnight because I thought this was gonna, because all the other stocks were having bad earnings, and I saw that the earning, I kind of figured this earnings was gonna be bad as well. So with me anticipating all the earnings to be good, it went down. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm just gonna anticipate this earnings to be bad, so the stock was gonna tank. Opposite effect. I promise you, like, you can't really script it. And I even read the earnings thing. It wasn't even good, but steady, the stock was going up, grinding up. I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna get. This is not gonna turn into like a FRAN, which had good earnings, and I think that stock went from maybe 4 to about 15, $16 because this was super low float. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna hold overnight. And sure enough, guess what happened? It started squeezing. I got out. That constitute my fourth day trade. And since that constitute my fourth day trade, my account got restricted. So luckily, with my broker, they'll allow like a one mistake boo boo. Like if you do use the pattern day trader rule, so I had to sign this document and all this and that. Now my account is back active, luckily, but for a whole week and a half I couldn't trade. And the crazy thing about it, with me having all these losses, I could have easily um, I could easily made all the losses in one day the week that my account was restricted, because that's when all my ideal plays were. I was off from work and I was watching. So I end up with just paper trading on those days that I couldn't trade. Even when I was paper trading, it was crazy. Like one of the trade, it played out so perfectly, and when it played out so perfectly, I with the paper trade, and I'll show you that trade in just a few minutes. But with this, yeah, it started grinding up, so I just cut the loss, and that count as my fourth day trade. And guess what happened the next day before the market opened? Since earnings was really bad, like I thought it was, this thing tanked and got all the way down. So had I held it, not check it while I went overnight, that easily would have been a good $200 or $400 trade for me the next day. But instead, I took a L and I got my account restricted. So, and for some reason, for a while, I couldn't even post this trade. Because my account was restricted, because as you can see, the trade happened on the 14th. So the next time I was able to trade wasn't way to the 26th. So from the 14th of November, since my account was restricted, I wasn't able to trade till all the way here. So I missed all of this week, and I was able to trade on the 26th. Now this I had a profit on, and it's another play that I was stubborn on. I seen this coming back, I was like, nope, this stock is up too much, and I just need to stop getting in the habit of just saying this stock is up too much, so it gotta come down. Like, yeah, as you can see, it doesn't have to do anything. So this stock started from $3 and it had this ascending. I mean, it's gonna eventually collapse, but as you see, it's just ascending, ascending, ascending. So yeah, so it was on, because I thought it was gonna make a. This haven't had a red day yet. This haven't had a red day yet, but so since I saw that it didn't have a red day, I thought this day for sure was it. It was the 26th. Was that the trade? Yep. On this day, once it went red, I thought that was it. It for sure. And another thing that I used to gauge it was on this day too. So I shorted. No, that wasn't this day. So overall, I'm staying away from this stock because it really doesn't act right. What day was it? Oh, it was 9/16. That's what, All right, it was on this day. So I saw the push, morning push. Then had this flush. Had this push, flush, and it was just like bouncing all up against the VWAP. Once I saw that it tried to perk back up and it couldn't, that's when I went short on this stock. So I had this flush right here, and I saw that it held. And for some reason, I always have this thought in my head and I need to start listening to it. It was like, Vlad, go ahead and cover. Go ahead and take the profit. Nope, I didn't take a profit. I seen this green candle. Still could have took a profit. Saw this green candle. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait and just see how it react to the VWAP. It reacted to the VWAP. It got rejected, but then it went up past the VWAP. In my mind, at that point in time, I have this alert system in my mind saying, "Hey, get out, get out, get out." A lot of time, I don't listen to it. So I then proceeded on thinking like, okay, well, after it bounced off the VWAP, let's see if it's gonna crack over the VWAP or if it's gonna just bounce off of it. I saw that it bounced, and in my mind, I'm like, you need to get out ASAP. But I was thinking like, nope, I'm being more stubborn. Then not only that, I changed my risk level to high of the day, which was stupid. Saw it reject a couple of times, then I saw it finally perked. So on the perk, that's when I was like, you know what? Let me just get out. So I got out at 950. You know, $170 loss still could have been avoided. You know, the loss should have been maybe $40, $30. Like the month of November, I don't know what I was thinking. I was literally just shooting myself in the leg. Like, it really don't make sense. Then for this one, SRNE, first red day as well. That one I think I did, I played it safe. It was on this day here. And I should have held, because it did make a red day. But due to borrow fees, I wasn't gonna, risk it. But yeah, it popped up, couldn't do it. Matter of fact, when it popped up and it bounced below the VWAP, that's when I went in short. So I had profit, but I figured that this stock again, from 150 all the way up to like 3, the move was ridiculous. So then it bounced, and then take profit. Then once it perked past the VWAP, that's when I got out. So for this one, I played it safe, which is a good thing. Didn't wait for all this choppiness. And I also noticed too, like stocks with bigger float, when it comes to shorting on the first red day, it doesn't really work it doesn't work well, I should say. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, but it doesn't work well for me at least. So I need to reevaluate stocks with higher float. And the last day was TNXP. I bought this overnight because it had news. So I'm trying to revamp my strategy again because, like I said, I need to go back to what's working and what's not working. So that way I can be a consistent, profitable trader. But with this, I bought it overnight because of had news. It had news right here, so I bought it right around here. Held it. Then I just started seeing, the next day I just started seeing people selling. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take the profit because I loaded up on this. I bought 1,300 shares. That probably was like my biggest size, and as you can see, I just sold at $1.16 because I saw people were selling. So I was like, you know what? Let me just not. Since I have big size, let me just get out of it. So I got out of it. Didn't wait till the market opened. Of course, it chopped around and had a little spike. Then it fell. So no biggie. So yeah. So these are my trades for November. As you can see, $548.25. Overall, it wasn't. It was a horrible month, but overall, when it comes to dollar amount that I lost, overall, it, it's not as worse that I. It should have been worse. Just putting it that way, should have been worse, but a couple of good trades here, a couple of good trades there, offset it. So as you can see, when it comes to trading, you could be wrong majority of the time because you could see, as you see more reds on here for me, more reds versus green, and even with that, I still would consider the month of November. I'm saying March, the month of November overall still a good month, and it's good in the sense that I've learned, like I'm constantly adapting, not to get so big headed thinking, because the month of November I got big headed. I'm like, well, this stock, have to do what I think it's gonna do. And as you could see, these stocks don't have to do anything. So that was the lesson. My recap for the month of November. I actually did trade today. I traded CGIX, I think. CGNX. No, it was canceled. It was CGIX, I thought. Yeah, CGIX. I traded this today. Got a starter position. I shorted this right at 8:45, and I covered around 7:30. So that trade should be posted tomorrow once my broker clears it. With that one, I think I made like $230. So good start for the month of December. I think December might be gonna be my biggest month because, like I said, like a lot of things that I should have did better in November. I have it in my mind now, and I think I would probably make. I'm calling it early. I mean, it might be premature, but I think December may be my biggest month based upon the trade that I did today. How in control I was. So if I continue to keep that up, I think December might be my biggest month. So this is Vlad signing off. Yeah, this was a lengthy video, but if I didn't do it now, probably wasn't gonna do it. So this is just Vlad signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your evening, and happy trading. Peace.